everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a week in my life as a Disney content creator. I don't know if I can actually call myself a content creator because this isn't my full-time job or anything. I do this strictly for fun at the moment, but it honestly really does feel like a full-time job with how much I focus on like being consistent, creating content, scrolling to discover new trends, and just like engage with all of my followers. So this week in my life that you're about to see has been my schedule since I started my account, but I literally just switched it up the week after I filmed this because I'm just running super low on content at the moment. So once it's actually nice out and I can get some more content, I will go back to this schedule. If you're wondering what my schedule looks like now, I do have a highlight on my Instagram. It's honestly not too much different than this. But anyway, this is a typical Monday morning for me. I'm just getting ready to film my YouTube video for the week, which is my small shops review video. I like to film on Mondays, that way I have all week to make any changes if I need to, and to also just give myself more time to edit my videos. But yeah, this is just me getting my corny little setup all ready to go with my needy little girl always right by my side. And now I'm going to get myself comfortable, pose for my thumbnail, and then I will check back in when I'm done filming. So it is now 3:48. I just finished filming my YouTube video for the week, so it is now time to kind of get comfy. I usually will just like take off whatever accessories I have on and then just put my hair back and then get some cleaning done or get some work done on Mondays. So right now I do just have a little bit of a mess to clean up from the video that I just got done filming, and I have some laundry to do. And I do usually like to get my Instagram posts up before 3 o'clock, but I did just spend so long filming that I didn't get a chance to do that, so I'm going to do that really quick and then I'm going to clean up my mess. Rude. So I just finished cleaning up the mess that I made from filming my last video, and it is now 4:40. So since Brad is still not home yet, I'm just going to sit at my desk and start editing my video that I just filmed. So I'll probably only get done probably just like importing the footage, really. Like I probably won't get much done tonight. And then I will actually sit down to edit this on Thursday. So yeah. That is finally it for Monday. So I got a post up, I got a video filmed, and I am importing the footage and getting started on that. So that's good because I usually don't edit my videos until Friday morning. So this is good because if I wait till Friday to edit my videos, then they usually go up after 5, and I like to have my videos go up at 5. So yeah, now we are officially done with everything that I do content-wise on Mondays. On Tuesdays, I like to start my morning a little bit slower and just give myself some time to wake up and make my coffee. I usually always have iced coffee, but honestly, I've just been so cold in the mornings that hot coffee is just really hitting right now. Then I'll usually just go sit on the couch, and then while I'm drinking my coffee, I will get my post ready for the day. So today's post is my Festival of the Arts mini vlog. I use CapCut to make majority of my reels. If I don't use CapCut, then I'll just make my reels in Instagram, but you get way more like customization when you use CapCut. So once I have selected all of my clips, I will just trim them all down to be somewhere in between half a second and a second. And then once I'm happy with that, I'll do an export and bring that over into Instagram and then pick my song. I already knew I wanted to use Perfect Day for this audio, so that made this decision process much easier. Usually I will scroll my reel feed to find a trending audio that I think will work with my video, but I love when I already have my audio picked out because it just makes this process much easier. So then I just listen through the Instagram suggested points for the song and then see which section I want to use. Then I will watch it through and see how it flows. I usually always end up going back over into CapCut quite a few times to adjust the clips, just to make sure they're hitting the beats and that the reel starts and ends at a good place. This part right here would be much easier to do in Instagram because that's where the audio is, but I really like the precision of CapCut, and this part doesn't take me too long. And plus I also like making my text graphics in CapCut, so yeah. And then once I've adjusted all of my clips to be exactly how I want them, I will watch my reel through one more time on Instagram. And then after that, I go into Canva to make my reel thumbnail. I like to have a short title at the top of each reel, so that way when you're like scrolling through the reel section of my profile, you can see what the reel is about. And then it's also really cool because you won't see the text on your general profile grid because the text is at the top. So I'm just switching out my photo from the last reel, giving this reel its own title, and then once I'm happy with that, I will export that, and then my reel cover is done. So I will go back into Instagram and add the reel cover from my photos, and then get to working on my caption. My captions for my reels are usually much shorter than my photos because I feel like when you're scrolling the reel feed, it can be kind of hard to read the text. And I also just feel like reels are much more in depth and don't really need a longer caption like photos kind of do. So I like to just keep it short and sweet, and then copy and paste my usual hashtags to the bottom of the post. And then I usually add the location too, especially when it is park content. And then that is it for my reel prep, so it is all good to go for me to post in the afternoon. So it's now 2 o'clock on Tuesday. I had a little bit of work to get done earlier, and I did some cleaning, so ready to sit at my desk and edit more of my video. All I did yesterday was import my footage. I will show you guys a little bit of my computer screen. So I feel like it looks kind of crazy through my camera, but I do use Adobe Premiere Pro. I did get a question on that. So I just import all of my footage. So I have like all of my footage here, and then so what you see on this side of the screen is just like my intro, the music that I typically have underneath my videos, and then my outro stuff. And then I just put everything like outside of that and then just edit out here, and then I bring it all in. It's probably not the best, you know, workflow, but it is what it is. So what you see on this side is the footage from my last video, and then what you see right here is me working on this current video. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep trimming this down, you know, making it as perfect as I want it to be, and then I will drag it all into here and then do like my final touch-ups, and then I will export it. Also loving this. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit here for a little while and work on this. So it's now 2:57, so it's time for me to get my reel up for the day. So as you saw earlier, I just got my post ready to go. So now is usually when I'll just like watch it through one more time and make sure I don't want to make any final changes to it. And then I will go ahead and post that, and then get the post up on my story as well. And then that might be it for editing today. So I did do an hour. I'm about maybe halfway through the video. I really like to work in sections when I'm editing, just because like I can't stay focused that long on pretty much anything. So Brad will be home in pretty much honestly any minute. So usually when he gets home is when I like stop working for the day. That's when we just like hang out, we'll go for a walk, we'll make dinner and clean up together. So that's usually kind of how my days go. So yeah, I'm gonna get this post up, and then I don't know if I'm gonna do any more editing today. So yeah, I will probably see you guys tomorrow. So it's now Wednesday, which means it's Q&A Wednesday on my stories. So usually what I do on Wednesday mornings is I will make a template for either a this or that post, a pick a number post, or sometimes just like a general Q&A. So today we're gonna do a pick a number Pixar template. So I will show you how I go ahead and make those templates. For my pick a number templates, I do already have it made in Canva. So I will just open up the previous one that I made, change the title, find a wallpaper that I think fits the theme, and then I will go ahead and replace the photo from the previous template. So for this photo, I chose the Pixar lamp with a neutral background, so that way my text will kind of pop more, and then the template won't look too busy because the background is, you know, very neutral. And since this photo has the grayish blue tone to it, I'm going to make all of my text a blue, so that way it kind of looks very aesthetically pleasing. I write down all 12 of my questions in my notes before I make my template, so that way I know exactly what it's going to look like. And then I just kind of organize my number structure in a way that makes the most sense to me once I actually do bring it all into Canva. So I'm just going to replace all of my questions from the previous template and then finish this so that way I can get this posted. I do like to post my pick a number templates in the morning, just so that way people have all day to kind of answer them, because I feel like if I do get this post up a little bit later, sometimes the questions will roll into the next day, and I don't really love to do that. So yeah, I usually like to get this done earlier than the time that I'm actually doing this, which is like 11 or so. So yeah, this was a later post for sure today. And I also have my little Lucky Bear snoring next to me, which you will probably be able to hear over the next few clips. But isn't he just like the cutest and sweetest little boy? Ugh, I love him so much. Okay, so now that my template is made, I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on my story. Alright, so it looks good. I just add the question box, shrink it down a little bit, and then I'll just pick a number. So now that I've pick a number for my question box and everything looks good, I'm gonna go ahead and post this. And then I go ahead and post the same thing, but this time without the question sticker. So that way, if any of my followers wanted to use the template, they can. So then I'm just gonna go ahead and hit my story. And then I'm going to add this next one to my templates highlight. And then I will add any questions that I get today to my pick a number highlight. And then, yeah, so now we just sit here and wait for people to actually respond to my questions. I also forgot to mention that I do have all of my pick a number templates on my Pinterest. If you wanted to follow me, it's just at Taylor's Tower 1. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add the pick a number template that I just made. So yeah, if you wanna go follow me on Pinterest, go ahead, but that is where you can find all of my templates. That's all I have there so far because I just, like, not really a big Pinterest girl if I'm honest. So yeah, but go ahead and follow me if you want to, and then that is it for Wednesday. Okay, so today is Thursday, which means it's just a typical Instagram post for today. So today I'm doing a throwback post to my Ohana dinner back in December. So I do already have those photos like edited, they already have their filters, they're pretty much ready to go. But I did decide last minute that I'm going to add this to the carousel as well. I don't know if you guys can really see this picture, but I'm gonna zoom in and then show you what I would do in a situation like this. So these are two little kids that just so happened to be going up the slide when I took my picture. As you can see, I did already take one of them out, so I'm just gonna take out the other little kid. And then I don't think I'm gonna put a filter on this photo just because it looks so beautiful as it is. And it's really just like capturing like the magical moment for me. So yeah, I just have to remove that second kid. And then I do just use in the Lightroom app, I just go over to healing and then just hit the remove tool. Sometimes it can be a little, you know, crazy to work with. So sometimes I will just either do clone or healing, just depending on, you know, what the background looks like. That's what I will be doing. I'm gonna remove that second kid, get this post ready to go. Right now it is just about 11, and then my post goes up at 3. So as long as I'm like back home and my post is ready to go around like 2 with my caption, my hashtags, all that kind of stuff picked out, then I will be pretty much set for today. And then I also think I'm going to finish editing the YouTube video today, just because when I wait till Friday, like, it just feels like I'm procrastinating too much. So I'm probably gonna finish that today and then get my thumbnail made for that, which I will show you guys how I do that too. But yeah, since you guys have already made an Instagram post with me, I'm not gonna do that again. But yeah, I will show you how I make my thumbnails once I get to that point, which will probably be like later on tonight, honestly. But we'll see. We'll see how long I spend at my mom's taking care of the dogs and then like getting this post up, finishing my video, all that kind of fun stuff. So I will check in with you guys later. So it's now Friday. Okay, so I didn't realize how horrible my bed head and my puffy eyes were in my tiny little viewfinder, so I do apologize for the jump scare. But you know what? This is a real week in my life, and sometimes this is just how crazy I look in the morning. So please try to look past the disheveled mess and enjoy. I didn't finish the video yesterday. I'm wearing the same hoodie, mind your business. It is 9:30, and so it means it's time to actually sit down and finish my video. I was out of creamer, so is the solution to go to the store to buy creamer? No, the solution is to go to Starbucks. So I got a nice little coffee, and I'm gonna sit down and finally finish this video, and then I will show you how I do my thumbnails. This is why I have to film on Mondays, because I'm just such a procrastinator and I don't like to be like that. So let's finish this video. Okay, so it's now 2:30. My video is done. It's exporting, so now I'm gonna show you how I make my thumbnails. So on my homepage, I just have 2 screenshots from my video that I want to use as potential thumbnails. So I just am gonna go ahead and send those to my phone. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is take my photos into Lightroom. So I do already have a preset that I use for my thumbnails. I know my thumbnail names are just like really weird, but yeah, that's what I use for my YouTube thumbnails. I'm just gonna zoom in maybe add a little bit more sharpness because my camera quality is just not great, so sometimes I like to add just a tad bit more sharpness. I'm sorry, like you really can't see it that well on my screen, but yeah, so that's pretty much good. And then I'm gonna go ahead and export that. So both of those pictures were like pretty much the same, so I'm just gonna go with the first one that I used. And then this was my thumbnail from last week, so then I'm just gonna hit replace. So then I just replaced the photo, and now I have to work on the text. So I actually kind of like the way that this text is already shaped and everything, so now I just have to actually change it to the title of this week. So this is my small shops review, so I just need to think about what I'm going to title this. I usually play around with this a little bit, and then once I have one solidified, I will show you guys. Okay, so I think this is gonna be the thumbnail text, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and change the color. I like to use a color that's already in the photo, and I feel like because I have like the hot pink on my shirt and it's like a nice bright color, I think I'm gonna go ahead and use one like that, or I can really go with any kind of color because I have so many in this picture. But I feel like I want to go for some sort of hot pink, even though that's like the main color that I use in all of my thumbnails. But okay, so I think I'm liking the pink. I usually do just kind of sit on this for a little while and then really decide if I want to keep the, you know, style of text and the color and all that. But for now, I think this looks pretty good, so then I would just go ahead and save that to my phone and then get ready to make my post. Hi guys, it's now Saturday. So for Saturday, it's just a reel on my Instagram. I will usually take the same reel and post it on TikTok if I can remember, but honestly, TikTok's just like not really my thing, even though it's where I have like the most amount of followers. I just like, I don't know, it's just really not 100% my thing. So I like to make the focus be about reels for Instagram because that's like my little actual Disney community, if you know what I mean. So the reel that I have planned for today is one that was already filmed. It was when I was in Epcot, so that's like already taken care of. It's in CapCut. I just have to export it, put it into Instagram, get my caption ready, get my hashtags ready, like you've already seen me do earlier this week. So on Saturdays, I will typically post like pretty early in the day, like right now it's noon actually, so I'll probably get that post up like now. That way like more people can kind of interact with it throughout the weekend, if you know what I mean. Like people aren't really working their 9 to 5, so I'm comfortable posting a little bit earlier on Saturdays. But I won't show you guys that process just because you already seen me do that earlier this week with my other reel. And then Sundays are usually my small shop purchases, but this week I'm purchasing from Gingerbread Couture, so that is a Merry Monday release, so that will go up at 8 o'clock on Monday night. So yeah, for that I will typically just, like, if Gingerbread Couture makes a post during the day, I will post that and like let my followers know what I'll be purchasing. If there's no kind of promotion ahead of time that I can share, then I'll just share what I bought after I make my purchase. So again, it's not really anything like crazy. There's nothing really to show for that. Just make sure that you're following me on Instagram so you can see everything that I'm talking about. And then yeah, that's pretty much it for a week in my life as a Disney creator. I do this 100% for fun. I make no money whatsoever doing this. It actually costs me money to do this because I'm always supporting the small shops every week. But yeah, it's just really fun, and this has been a schedule that's been working for me since I started my account back in July of 2022. But yeah, that is all that I have for today's video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching. Make sure that you are subscribed and that you tap the bell icon so you get notified every time I post, which is every Friday, and I will see you real soon. Bye.